Well, new at 6, travel restrictions at our international bridges about to expire. You might remember they were put in place last year in response to the pandemic. Channel 5's Rudy Mireles live at the Gateway International Bridge in Brownsville. And Rudy, local officials would like to see those restrictions lifted, right?
That is absolutely right, Oscar. One of the reasons for that was last March when those federal travel restrictions were put in place by the Trump administration to help combat the spread of COVID-19 over the borders. That travel restriction limiting non-essential travel from Mexico into the U.S. That same month, Cameron County's international bridge system, they reported between a 50 to 60% revenue loss. Now, since then, we've seen non-essential travel still allowed on different modes of transportation in between countries, like airplanes, for example. But here we are a year later, and those travel restrictions at land ports of entry, like here at Gateway International Bridge in downtown Brownsville, and those revenue losses that come with it, they continue. Since last March, Cameron County's international bridges have seen around a 30% overall loss in revenues.
In the last year, Cameron County, just in tolls alone, has seen a reduction of about $7 million.
From money to maintain the 47th busiest port of entry nationwide to cash flow for the county's general fund.
It uses it for a lot of things, and part of it is to keep the tax rate down.
And it includes money for cities like Harlingen, San Benito, and Brownsville. Brownsville lucky to have made up the difference in other ways.
It did have an impact, really, no question. We were lucky that our sales tax revenue and other revenues that came into the city didn't actually drop.
And with Trump-era border policies being repealed by the Biden administration, local leaders hope the president will follow suit on this one after extending the policy the first time around.
And I understood it at the beginning to try to avoid the spread of COVID or bringing it in from Mexico or from other parts outside of our country, but we're past that.
Now, these travel restrictions are set to expire at 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, March 21st. We reached out to the Department of Homeland Security to see what the plan is going forward. They did get back to us just a short while ago telling us that the restrictions have been regularly reviewed and extended by monthly increments to date, and that they continue to closely monitor the situation and make determinations with Canadian and Mexican partners about border restrictions. But there was no clear end date or any information as to whether or not we're going to see an additional restriction come Monday morning. Live in downtown Brownsville, Rudy Mireles, Channel 5 News at 6.